Hey, what is going on, everybody? This is Sean Michael Corey with the Buddha's Way, advocating for people with disabilities and or special abilities. So today I am at a park, or actually a playground, that's actually built to be handicap accessible. So come with me as I take you on a tour. So I'm at this park right off of 65th Street. It's called Sabrina Coleman Park, and they made this park in honor of Sabrina Coleman, who is a little girl who happened to be in a wheelchair, and she happened to have a disability herself. So they built this park in a way that it's handicap accessible. So let's go get started with the tour. So it is built just like a normal playground. You do have this climbing set right here. There are some children out there that can do it. If you are someone with a disability or whatever, whether they are totally blind or visually impaired, whatever, I'm sure you can do it. It's just that you do got to be careful, and you may have some limitations in being able to do it. Personally, I'm not gonna try to do it that much, but yeah. So in this playground, you do have, just like a regular playground, you do have benches, and you do have a swing set, which is just over there. But before we get to that, I want to show you this feature right here. This is a seesaw. It does have a seesaw, just like a regular playground. Pretty much everybody can do that. If you're someone who is in a wheelchair, yes, they might need a little help doing it. So my advice would be to help them out. But over here, this is just like a regular playground. You do have this, like the spin set here. Anyone can do this one. So we're gonna go over to the other side to show you. So you could do it on either side. It doesn't matter which side you're on. And as you can see over here, we got like little shapes. We got a square, we got a triangle, I should say, a rectangle, circle. And if you are the little ones, you can learn all the different shapes. And you can even count numbers with them. This is also good if your children is on the autism spectrum. So you can do your, if they are a little bit verbal, you can do their ABCs and their 1, 2, 3s. So look, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It doesn't really go up to 10, unfortunately. I think they should have added that. And then right over here, we have just like a little hole. I don't know what that does, but let's go over here, and you can see that it's almost the same. It's like a little interactive thing here that you can turn. Very nice. But one of the most handicap accessible features of this playground, to start, is the swing set. Well, they do got a jungle gym here. They do have the jungle gym, which there's actually some out there that can do it. I have friends from the Miami Lighthouse for the Blind. They were able to do that. Over here, we got the swing sets for smaller kiddos. This is the one that my sister Sasha would use. And currently there's people on the swing set over here, but it has multiple purposes. Actually, this one's open. So here you have multiple purposes with the swing. So you can sit regularly, but this feature right here, this is designed for individuals who are in wheelchairs. So that means if you're someone who's in a wheelchair, or if you have a loved one who is in a wheelchair, they could still get on the swing set. You know, they may be in a a wheelchair, but that doesn't mean they can't. That doesn't mean they can't swing. And here's another part of the park right here. This is the playground. And one of the biggest and most important characteristics of this playground that makes it handicap accessible for people with disabilities. This is why the park was made after a little girl who is in a wheelchair named Sabrina Coleman. The playground is a little busy today, so bear with me. This is the part that makes it handicap accessible. Look, it's got a wheelchair ramp for people who are in wheelchairs. Now this is also good for me because, especially for small kids, you know, they don't have to be in a wheelchair to use this. They could be totally blind, they could be small kids. Over here they have a little seating area, so regardless if their loved ones are in a wheelchair, they can sit right there and they can have a little picnic, which I'm going to sit right here and I'm going to demonstrate. Now this does move, so bear with me here, guys. Sorry. All right, so sitting here, very comfortable. Look, you got cup holders. You got a little interactive thing right here. Something can drop here, but the chairs are very comfortable. Actually, it's not that comfortable because this is outside. And I think this is designed to rotate or wobble because it's a little hard to get off. Now, be careful in this area, which I have to be careful myself because I could fall off of that. Oof, I still feel it. Now you do have another wheelchair ramp that goes up even further. Now here, this is where the problem comes in. It would have been nice if they made this a wheelchair ramp as well. What they did was they made this a staircase. Now this can be a problem for those in wheelchairs. But for most of the playground, you don't have to be in a wheelchair, or you don't even have to be a person with disabilities to even use this playground. You don't even have to be a child with such disabilities to actually use this playground. So anyways, you do have, just like a normal playground, you have this little steering wheel that you can pretend to use. You can use it like a little horn. Boop, boop. Beep, beep, get out of the way. And you got this interactive knob that is supposed to go up and around. Sometimes it gets a little stuck. Sorry guys, I couldn't get it to work. But just like a normal playground, you do have, just like downstairs, you have shapes, you have circles, triangles, squares, rectangles, and then you do have, if you want to count numbers with them, teach them how to count their numbers, even if they are not on the spectrum. They can learn how to count their numbers. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now they should have, once again, they should have made it to go up to 10. Now, just like downstairs, they do have this spin feature. I'm gonna zoom in a little more. It's like a different checkerboard patterns. And you do have two options for slides. One, you can use that, which actually is designed to roll like a wheel. It's designed to roll like wheels. You can slide on that. Now you do have a regular slide up here. Now, anybody can go down the slide. It doesn't matter whether they have a disability or not. If they're on the autism spectrum, they can do that. Now, of course, sometimes they love to go down slides. even if it's a child, or even if it's a young adult who happens to have special needs, whatever. It really doesn't matter. You can still go down the slide, and you don't even have to be a child. You don't even have to be a person with a disability to go down the slide. You can still go down. Doesn't matter whether you're 30, 40, 50, whatever. Now, once again, the stairs, it might be an issue for people in wheelchairs because, once again, you do have stairs. You do have a set of stairs, which can be a mobility issue for someone who is in a wheelchair, even if they are blind or visually impaired, which I happen to be visually impaired. So I do use a cane to get around, and I use this to feel 4 stairs. And I use this whenever I'm walking. But that's the best part that makes this playground handicap friendly. Minus the stairs going up to the slides, of course. You have to be careful because sometimes there could be little drop-off points here. Now, going down, you can be a small child and go up this playground very safely and very carefully. I used to have my sandwiches out here, by the way. Now, let's go back downstairs. And as you can tell, this is a very handicap accessible playground, minus the staircase going up to the slides. Now, there are more features. Okay, we're not done. You got this 2-person swing. 2 people can sit on it. I don't think I saw this before, unless it may be new. But I can actually sit here with my sister Sasha. Now, it can be an issue if you're someone who is in a wheelchair because this thing might move around, but you might be able to get on there. You just need some assistance. I mean, that's not going to stop you from using this thing. Here's a better view of the playground. This is the seat. This is the sitting area, the picnic area, and that's the slide. Sasha will sometimes go down there, except it's a little steep, so I gotta catch her, or at least the mama will have to go down there with her. But hey, it's just like every other playground in the city. And by the way, there's even a similar playground located in Havana, Little Havana, just off of 8th Street near the Miami Lighthouse for the Blind. And it's also handicap accessible in that it has a wheelchair accessible playground with a handicap ramp. And that is the best part about such playgrounds. I think this city should mandate, actually I think the county should mandate that all playgrounds be wheelchair or handicap accessible for individuals with disabilities, so that way they can come to the playground, and that way everyone can use the playground. Remember, it's all about diversity is a big thing that everyone talks about these days, especially for people with disabilities. And being an advocate for people with disabilities like I am, this is a must. And if you're someone who's in a wheelchair, all playgrounds across South Florida, even across Miami-Dade County, should be designed to be like that. There's my sister Sasha. There's Sarah and there's Kristen. She didn't come to the cookie party. But the landing pad is very, very soft. In fact, it's great for small kids. No passage issues for those in wheelchairs, or even for people who are totally blind. This playground is one of the best examples of handicap accessibility in South Florida. Actually, I think we're actually on the, this playground is just off of 64th Street, right by the Miami Beach boardwalk. If you're coming down the boardwalk going south from 80th Street, let's say, going down, you'll pass the DeVille Hotel site, and then you'll get to this big roundabout, this big loop, and that is where the park is. It's just right there. All you need to do is turn a right, and there you are. There's even the parking lot right here on 64th Street. However, please note, the parking lot does get full, okay? It does get full, especially during the weekends and holidays like Christmas this time of year, and not to mention those snowbirds that come down from the north to enjoy winter on the beach. So, but it's great if you have someone with a handicap. And also, if you're planning on parking here, make sure you have a handicap sticker with you if you have an individual with disabilities in the car with you who wants to go to this park. There's the handicap accessible, wheelchair accessible, ADA compliant swing set. Once again, this is how all playgrounds should be, especially if there's someone who is on the autism spectrum, or if there is someone in a wheelchair, or if it's an elderly person that just wants to go to this playground, whatever. This, they don't even have to have those disabilities. They don't even have to be special needs. They could still have this kind of concept. Well, guys, that concludes our tour of the Sabrina Coleman Park Playground. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. If you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, stay tuned to the Buddha's Way. We have multiple social media outlets. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and follow us on TikTok. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Signing off. Peace. Love you guys. Also, let's support families with loved ones who have disabilities on the autism spectrum or in a wheelchair. Let's support them. Alright, everyone. Peace.